What's up, Raider Nation? This is your boy, Raider Joe, week 5. Let's go. Like I said last week, if we came out flat like we did against the Miami Dolphins, against the Chargers, we were going to lose. But today is not about the Chargers. I'm done talking about the Chargers. I want to talk about on the field. And his play calling was really terrible all season so far. As far as the first half, his play calling has been terrible for the first half of every game so far. And then we come out after halftime and make the adjustments that we need. And we're not establishing our own identity, basically taking the punches and then adapting. It's not going to work against a team like the Chargers, the Chiefs, the heavy hitter teams. It's going to work against the Chicago Bears. I guarantee we'll win against the Chicago Bears if we came out like we come out every game and play the way we normally do. But if we play like another team, like we're distracted or whatever it may be this week, it's going to affect us. But I don't see that happening. I see us actually winning the game, but there's other concerns to look forward to in the future and even in this game. Chicago, the Bears are really good at defense. Really good at defense, and the same thing is going to happen similar towards the Steelers game if we don't block Khalil Mack. If we don't block him and center our focus like we did in the London game against him a couple of years back, he's going to wreck the whole game. And when he's a familiar face, he used to be on our team, we already know that, so therefore we need to prepare. And we don't have too much backup as we saw. If one guy goes down on that offensive line, we're pretty much screwed. Now we're kind of shuffling up the offensive line to try to make things better. I don't know how that's going to work on a short week, but we will find out. I'm sure we're going to test out a lot this week, seeing that Chicago's offense is not that good. They have Justin Fields, but he's still a rookie quarterback, and we feel like we can get to him hard and fast. We're actually only concerned about their defense rather than their offense, and the biggest concern is obviously Khalil Mack, the guy we traded to the Bears. But that's a long time ago. We're not here to discuss that or go over that. The main concern right now is fixing that offensive line for the future, establishing play calls in the beginning throughout the whole game, and establishing identity through this whole team. And that's our biggest problem. We keep on getting distracted by bullshit. We keep on focusing on bullshit. The Chargers game left a bad taste in our mouth. Hopefully they come out and they show that they're better than what the Chargers have shown them. Stop letting everyone dictate your moves and do your moves by yourself rather than have someone else, dictate it, obviously. So, we need to focus on certain things. Derek Carr comes out and plays like he normally plays. The Bears can't stop him. Josh Jacobs comes out, or he doesn't. In my opinion, Josh Jacobs needs to rest. He needs to take off a week or two more and then come out healthy so he can help us through the latter parts of the season against the Chiefs. With the Chiefs and also Los Angeles Chargers, rather than right now against the Bears. We don't need him through the Bears. We need to play guys like Ragas. I don't know why he's not getting an opportunity, but he should. Drake is not your every down running back, so I wouldn't be concerned about that. And then you got Barber. I don't know if he's going to be prepared to play. I really hope Ragas has the opportunity to actually shine and get an opportunity. I think the biggest concern with him is pass blocking, and I think that's a big part about it. Maybe understanding the plays as well, but I'm not too sure why he hasn't even got a snap. Some guys actually went on IR this week. Derek Carrier is one of them. Not a big whoop. They really like that guy, the other tight end anyway, so he'll probably move up. Damon Arnett and also Mullins going to IR. So you have two cornerbacks that are going to be brand new, and I don't know really how they're going to shuffle it right now. In my perspective, I believe Amik Robinson should play the outside, and then Hobbs plays the normal position that he usually plays as nickel. I don't know if they're going to do that. I feel like they're going to put Hobbs on the outside and then put Amik in the nickel, which we all know Amik is not too good at the nickel, but I know for sure that Amik is outstanding in the outside. I think they're afraid to do that because of his stature. He's 5'8". They're concerned that he can't hang with the taller wide receivers. I don't think that's a bigger concern. He can jump He can ball, he has grit, he knows what he's doing. I don't think that's a concern at all. We'll see a lot of Meek, we'll see a lot of Hobbs, we'll see a combination of things. They're kind of feel their way out of this, basically, to see what's going to work in the next couple of weeks, and you'll see some different looks that you won't see before. Who I'm looking forward to see is Malcolm Koonce. Is he going to play? I said last week that I want to see Clelin Ferrell actually succeed, actually make an impact on this defense, but he is struggling, and I think it is because of the pressure. He needs to relax and let go, but in the meantime, Malcolm Koonce, it'd be a perfect time for him to step in and show out. We're running thin at linebacker as well. I hope White comes back. I hope Morrow comes back, but in the meantime, this is the perfect game to actually have time to be running thin. So when we play the Chiefs, when we play the faster teams, the dynamic offenses, Bears don't have a dynamic offense right now. Their run game is good, their defense is good. This is what the Bears have done forever. We all know what to expect. Are we going to shoot ourselves in the foot? That's the biggest concern. For these passing downs, I rather see these safeties be utilized as we drafted them. Gillespie can be on the field. We converted Divine Diablo as well. He should be playing as a linebacker on these passing downs against these tight ends. This is the perfect opportunity. I don't want to see Corey Littleton. I don't want to see Nick Kalkowski out there covering whatever, Travis Kelce or whatever on the field, trying to cover the slot wide receiver. That's a stupid move in my mind. If they travel further down the field, they're going to get burned. If they're going to come up, they're going to get burned. I want to see the faster guys out there. Divine Diablo is one of the other guys, and also Gillespie. I like to see Gillespie kind of get worked in that rotation as a linebacker, nickel coverage. For that nickel coverage, I like to see those guys like Gillespie. I like to see Abram. I like to see Moreg. I like to see all those guys on the field at the same time. I believe that will make a hell of a difference with speed, not only with blitzing, but also coverage. It'll make a hell of a difference. Offenses will have a hard time adjusting because they don't know what to expect. And another name that I forgot to mention was Clinton Dix. You can put him on the field as well as a linebacker. He's kind of a bigger size, stronger linebacker. You put him in there on passing downs, he can also stop the run. Don't be afraid to use Gillespie and Clinton Dix at the same time. You know, the perfect opportunity to dabble in those situations. I hope they take that opportunity to actually do so. I guess some Bears fans won't be too happy with this being a feel-out game for the offense and the defense, of kind of mixing things around and seeing what's going to work for them in the future. But the reality is that the Bears ain't going to make it too far. The Raiders can make it that far. Are they going to make it that far? That's the difference. We had the depth, we had the team, we had the talent. Are we going to put it together and establish something, some type of identity to actually go further, or are we going to remain the average Raiders once again? That's the question mark we always ask ourselves. Are we going to stop shooting ourselves in the foot, and we need to move further and actually be those upper echelon teams, not just good for one season? We've gotten better every year. We need to establish dominance rather than, feel our way through things. We need to create identity one way or the other. My other concern of mine is actually the interior defensive line. The interior defensive line has been actually ate up by run plays. I mean, we spread wide so Marinelli can run his defensive line the way he wants to, but at the same time, that opens up huge holes in the inside, and as you saw against the Raiders, that inside is wide open. We need someone to establish that inside and narrow it down. We have the outside covered pretty well. The inside needs to be taken care of, and that seems like our biggest hole as a defense. That inside defensive line is getting ate up, especially when a team wants to run the ball, they just run it directly in the middle, and there's nothing we can do about it until we fix this issue. But to cap off everything, I do believe the Raiders do win this game. You'll see a lot of things that you haven't seen throughout the year, and that's because they're trying to figure out what they want to do moving forward against certain teams. So you're going to see a lot of different looks. You're going to see different blitzes and guys moving around back and forth. You might see a Meek in one place and then another place the next time. So you're going to see a lot of body movement on the offense and also the defense. They want to feel out and see what they can keep and what they cannot keep. I believe in my heart of hearts that deadline's coming up, so they want to see, should I keep this guy or should we move on? And there's a lot of other places we need to address. And this would be the perfect game to actually address the things. The bye week comes up pretty soon, so this is, you know, kind of that movement period time that you would kind of do things. I see the Raiders by a touchdown, maybe a little bit more if they have some, you know, fire up their ass this week. I don't know, but I believe just a touchdown, simply because they're not taking this game like they would take the Chargers game or the Kansas City games. That's been our biggest problems. Teams like the Bears, they won't come out super strong. They'll come out kind of lackadaisical, sort of like the Dolphins game. They'll come out like kind of slow and go, oh shit, and then decide they want to play. Hopefully they come out start to finish and then they finish it. That's exactly what's going to happen with all the drama and all the rumors and what have you. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk about Raiders football, and that's it. I haven't said it yet, so if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Share with somebody that actually likes the Raiders. Let's see what happened week 5, and, you know, let's go.